watching Fintech Wave.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ken from Fintech Wave. I hope you're well. I'm back with another video. But before we get started, I'd just like to remind you, if you haven't already, please click like and subscribe, and also smash that notification bell. Those things help Fintech Wave go up in the rankings, and you'll also be notified when we drop new content on Fintech Wave. And by all means, do comment down below as the video progresses. If you want to jump in and share your views, they're always welcome. So this week, I'm just going to run down the scoreboard really quick, look at a couple of top cryptos. Bitcoin is currently at $61,599, which is pretty good for the weekend. It remains to be seen what will happen, but from the looks of things, I have a feeling that Bitcoin is going to stay above 60,000 this weekend, which is pretty much where this video is going, what's going to be happening with Bitcoin. But just before I get into that, I want to keep going and talk about some of these other tokens. Ethereum is looking really, really good these days. 45.28 is where it's currently at. It hit an all-time high this past week of around 4,600, which is fantastic. But the other side of it is, the gas fees have just been insane for the past couple of weeks now, almost 3 weeks steady. And I think that has played a role in some of the other activity going on in the space with some of the sell-off activity you've been seeing. Like Shiba Inu had gone into the top 10, but has kind of trickled back a little bit. It pulled back significantly to like 4.041 around there, but it has come back up to like 4.056 because this Robinhood news is looking imminent. And I'm still bullish on Shiba Inu. I'd like to see it hit a penny. When that's going to happen, I don't know. Probably not for at least a year. But who knows? I mean, maybe within the space of a year, Shiba Inu could hit 1 cent. It only has to eat 3 zeros to hit a penny. Stranger things have been known to happen. But the reason I bring up Shiba Inu is because a lot of this consolidation that we're seeing, the sell-off activity that we're seeing is on the Ethereum blockchain anyway. A lot of it has to do with, things people want to do are just too expensive to do right now. There could be NFT launches going on or a lot of other activity happening on the Ethereum blockchain. And when it's busy, the prices of transaction fees go up, right? Supply and demand like anything else. So people who just want to do swaps and things like that, when you want to do a swap that's normally like $37 or $43, and you look at the transaction information and it's saying, do you want to do this swap? And the price is like $168 for something that you can normally get for like $40, you hold off. The short version is there's just not a lot of buying activity right now with a lot of the altcoins, right? You're seeing select ones pick up. You're seeing a select few. Binance is always going to be looking good because, it is behind Binance Chain, Binance Smart Chain, and there's a lot of activity there, particularly because of what's happening with Ethereum. A lot of people are going with the Binance option if they can, depending on what the token is, right? Shiba Inu has a BEP20 token on the Binance Smart Chain, for example. So these fees, these gas fees are crazy. While Ethereum's pumping, going up to 45 and 4,600, the gas fees, I guess the people that run the validators are getting greedy or whatever because they know Ethereum's really where most of the DeFi activity is, and they're just cleaning up right now. And it's just been ongoing. It's one thing for like 3-4 days in a row, but it's been like a good almost 3 weeks in a row. The icing on the cake is that when you do finally see the price of the gas fee come down, that's when it's like, all right, you say you had a profit going on where you bought something at like $20 and it went up to like $100, and you had a bunch of tokens and maybe you were up $6,000 or $7,000 and you wanted to cash out. You couldn't because the fees were so much that it ate into all of your gains. I mean, you're not going to cash out like a $7,000 gain and eat like a $1,200 gas fee or even a $700 gas fee. It's just too much, right? Or even, like a $300 gas fee. Sometimes you're like, nah, I'm not going to pay $300 when I know I could get it for $40 or $50. Let me hold off. You hold off. And by the time the gas fees come down, the token price has now pulled back. So now just because the gas fees are high, the activity in some of these tokens is diminishing. And I think that's what's pulling the price down in the case of a lot of altcoins, particularly those that run on the Ethereum blockchain. Just a theory, but I think that has a lot to do with it. This is the nature of crypto, and it's just how the market moves. And I really think that the trend for Bitcoin as the leader in the crypto space is still upward. I still believe that Bitcoin could hit 100,000 before the year is out. And on that note, I want to move on to an article that supports why. Here's the latest headline from CoinDesk. It's talking about Bitcoin could break out and rise with altcoins next week. And I'm just going to read you a couple of little pieces from it. Bitcoin's trading volume continued to decline over the past week as alternative cryptocurrencies, altcoins such as Ether, rose to new price highs. BTC, the world's largest cryptocurrency by market cap, sank about 2% over the past week compared to a 1.5% rise in ETH and a 17% rise in Solana's SOL token. Active speculators in the cryptocurrency market are jumping from one coin to another, trying to ride the small waves. Alex Kupsikovich, an analyst at FX Pro, wrote in an email to CoinDesk, "This is a positive-sum game if the tide is turning. That is, if the overall capitalization of the crypto market is rising," Kupsikovich wrote. This is the part I wanted to hit on. Some analysts expect Bitcoin to eventually catch up to the rise in altcoins next week, which could push BTC's price past the $64,000 resistance mark. All right, so that's where we've been seeing Bitcoin kind of stop and pull back all the time. That's what they call resistance. And I'm thinking this is the turnaround. As we left October and went into November, a lot of people, including myself, were expecting the first week of November we would see sort of a pop because we've been down in the 61, 62 range for a week and a half now, right? But I'm thinking if it pushes past 64,000, it's going to go into the 70s this week, and I think Bitcoin could hit 80,000 before the month is out. This is my prediction, just based on the fact that I think there's a lot of pent-up energy in the space, and there's a lot of upward room to grow in this crypto market. I think Bitcoin is headed for a couple of 100,000 in the next couple of years, and we got to get there somehow. So we've been stuck in the 60s for a while. We had hit the 60,000s before, and then when May came, we saw that pullback. Also, there was a rash of COVID cases all over the world, so the global fear, uncertainty, and doubt climate was affected by that also. You have things like a pandemic in full swing. People start running from financial markets. Everybody's looking to, put their money into something liquid, gold or something, but they start getting out of anything risky. So we have this article where they're saying that there could be a breakout for Bitcoin this coming week, starting November 8th. And if it rises above the resistance level of 64,000, then we could see further upward movement. I'm predicting that upward movement into the 70s, and I'm thinking that Bitcoin could hit 80,000 before November is finished. All right, so that's my prediction for Bitcoin for November 2021, 80,000 by month end. We'll see what happens. Will I be right? Will I be wrong? That remains to be seen. Remember, none of what I'm telling you is financial advice. This video is for informational and entertainment purposes only. I hope you enjoyed this content. I'll catch you guys on the next video. This is Ken from Fintech Wave. Thanks for checking out this latest episode. If you like the content, please hit like and subscribe. Shout out to all the people who've subscribed already. I'm going to try to keep the quality content coming on Fintech. I appreciate you. And there's a link in the description. The Fintech Wave theme is now an NFT. See you next time, everybody. Take care.